about this product to all of my friends because I'm already sold, and I think you will be too when you find out what Punched Energy can do for you. With me now is Sarah Dandashy. Sarah, you're a hospitality queen. You're an author. Everyone knows who you are. I'm so glad you're here. This fits your lifestyle, doesn't it?
This totally fits my lifestyle. I always have to have a lot of energy and be on the go, and it's been exciting. I mean, like, I have to say, you know, being a traveler, I'm always on the road, and especially you want to find something that's TSA friendly, that you can go through TSA and not worry about, oh, do I want to get, or better yet, when you go to the airport and then you see the line for coffee and it's so long, you're like, oh, I'm not going to wait for that. And this is great. So I actually pack this with me when I travel all over.
I love to hear that. Welcome to Louisville.
Thank you.
So you're hearing about some of the advantages, but let's talk about the basic product because you may not be as familiar as Sarah and I are. So Eric Wood, everybody knows Eric Wood, NFL great with the Buffalo Bills, of course, with Louisville Cardinals as well, and a great ambassador for the city. So Punched. Tell me about the idea, because there was a void to be filled, and I think this product fills it.
Yeah, and when I originally talked to John, the owner of the company, and he pitched it to me, he said, gummies remind this generation of what we took as kids. That's where you see everything's going to gummies nowadays. Apple cider vinegar, all your vitamins, they're all going to a gummy form. Well, there wasn't a great, clean, caffeinated gummy out there. John created it. We're here to promote it. We're now a part of the company and couldn't be more excited about it. And part of the things I love about it most, in this time, it has the vitamin C, helps your immunity. What I love about it is I often need that afternoon pick-me-up. We have a 6- and a 3-year-old. I work like a dog. Even if I am former NFL, I probably work more hours now than I did before, but they're only 10 milligrams, so you can take them in the afternoon. They kick in within minutes as opposed to coffee, a half hour, an energy drink, a half hour. Those are loaded with caffeine, but it's going to hit you in a half hour to an hour. These hit you in minutes, so you could truly microdose with them, and they're not going to ruin your night of sleep.
You mentioned a few of the things that I love, and Sarah, I want to get your feedback here too. But okay, one thing I've experienced with this is, first of all, the time it takes to make coffee and that whole ritual. I don't have time for that. And like you said, by the time it gets in your system, it's like, okay, I'm dying here. I need some help. This not only gave me that good caffeine, and I don't want to say buzz, because when I think buzz, I think about the come down. I did not get the roller coaster ride. It was very even flow of energy, and I like the convenience of it, and the taste was good as well. So Sarah, the advantages for you, as I said, being a hospitality expert, the supreme concierge. So what are the advantages that you see in your personal life?
So for me, I mean,
you mentioned to the airport.
Yeah, definitely at the airport, traveling, and again, also what Eric had said as far as having that afternoon pick-me-up, because it's, and keeping that sustained energy, because as you also mentioned, you don't crash, and I like that you can microdose. So basically 10 gummies is equal to a cup of coffee. So if you know that, okay, a cup of coffee might be a bit much for me, but like I like to do half a cup or 3/4 of a cup, you can kind of monitor that. Or maybe you start your day with a cup of coffee, and then in the afternoon you're like, okay, well, I don't need too much of a buzz because I'd like to go to sleep later. So maybe you might have 2 or 3, or even before workout. So I work out as well too. So gosh, there are so many different ways.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of pre-workouts, and you guys can relate to this, it's almost too much of a buzz. I feel like my hair is on fire, and it's like, help me out here. Exactly. This was exactly what I needed, and very quickly, so I can just cut to the chase and get that workout in. Eric, if you would have had this, if you would have had Punched Energy when you were in the NFL, I mean, you're already all pro. You're my man. You're one of the all-time greats. With that being said, it will elevate your game.
It will, and I should have had you along on my side the whole time. I might have made more Pro Bowls having you promote me all the time. I always say, John, for all my introductions for speaking engagements, I need to bring John along with me.
I've seen you at work, man. I'm a fan.
You're the ultimate promoter. You're the ultimate encourager. That's why I love spending time around you. But if I could have had him in my NFL career, I'll tell you when I would have really used them the most would be afternoon meetings, because, you load up, you're taking caffeine for practice, and I would have used them pre-practice, and it would have been beneficial there. But it's like that time in the afternoon that you really don't want another caffeinated drink. You're not trying to get over that threshold of how many milligrams of caffeine did I take today. So they would have been crucial in NFL meetings. But just being able to pop them on the sidelines would have been great. And they're low glycemic, so you're not having a blood sugar spike. They're good for you. They're truly clean, all natural,
all organic.
All organic. So it would have been truly beneficial. And you mentioned that a pack's 100. There's 10 in there. They're 10 milligrams apiece. Well, how much caffeinated products do you use that you have no idea how much caffeine's in there.
100%.
So you have no idea how much you're consuming on a day-to-day basis, and then you might get an energy drink and wow, I just way overdid it, or maybe I don't feel anything. Here you know exactly what you're taking in.
Sarah, you mentioned the fact that you travel a lot, you're in a lot of airports, and we kind of just touched upon the fact that, hey, this is safe to bring into the airport. I think that's important for folks because you see gummies and there is a connotation. So let's talk about that a little bit. Was that hard to get approval? I'm just curious.
As far as, well, I mean, it is actually the only patented 100% caffeine gummy, so that's remarkable. But I mean, as far as
the TSA,
yeah, the TSA and all of that, I mean, taking that with you, it's so much easier, when you think about it. It's like I just put it like my extra bag or whatever the case is, and maybe sometimes I'm on a longer flight and I want to be extra alert and do some work while I'm on the plane, and it's so great to be able to have and use so that you don't have to wait in line again for coffee, or even sometimes it might be a little bit questionable as far as what the coffee is on the airplane. You don't have to worry about that.
Ooh, boy, some of that coffee on an airplane, it's like, I think I'm going to take a pass here. This is not good.
Yeah.
You mentioned immunity, and as you said, Eric, right now, and Sarah, we can all agree that everyone's talking about their immunity system and building up their immunities. Vitamin C, it is enhanced. Talk a little bit about that. That was important as well. Not only does it give you that little boost, but it's good for you long term.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's part of when this product was created. It was a health and wellness product. It's not truly an energy drink to give you that spike to put in front of you at a gas station and give you that jolt. Like, we truly cared about this product, and Sarah as well. Like, we're not going to put our names on something that aren't good for you.
Yeah.
And that's part of both of our brands. Like, anything we do, we're not going to associate ourselves with something that's not going to be healthy. So the vitamin C factor plays a role as well. It's low glycemic, like I mentioned before. For those out there, it's not going to spike your blood sugar. It's not going to put you in that fat storing mode like many sugary products will.
All right, so coming up here, I want to learn more about what you do, Sarah. You cool with that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, she's cool with that. Sarah's in, Eric's in. You're going to be in as well, and you're going to feel much better when you grab a pack right there of Punched Energy. We'll be right back to talk more about this product and how you can get a hold of some. That's what everybody's wanting to know. That is next on Wait 3 Listens.